everyone, and welcome to Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today, I'm bringing you my May TBR, and I'm not the one picking the books. We're going to do a little spin on this, literally, and I'm going to have Lindsay from She is Booked and Busy, one of my besties, further SC, is using her spinner wheels to choose all the books I'm going to be reading. And to make it even harder, she's the one picking the exact books. I have no clue what she's chosen. So, I am looking forward to seeing which one she has picked. And this is going to be super exciting. I told her to give me 10 spins. I know, it's a lot of books. And then I have other books that I am going to try to get to in the month of May as well. So I have a bunch of book club books I want to get to. So whatever she doesn't pick for book club books, I will be adding on at the end. So we're going to get to those at the very end after we've watched all the books that Lindsay picked for me. So without further ado, here is Lindsay.
Hey guys, my name is Lindsay and I am so excited that Amanda asked me to play my crazy chaotic spin wheel game to choose her TBR for the month of May. Amanda, thank you so much for thinking of me. I'm so honored. I can't even believe that when you thought of someone to pick the important books that you will be reading for the month of May, you went to me and my chaos. But I'm so glad you did. So if all of you are unfamiliar, I do have a channel called She is Booked and Busy, and I play what I am kind of self-professing as the most chaotic monthly spin wheel TBR game on the internet. But what it gives in chaos, I think it makes up for in fun. So today I'm going to be doing 10 spins per Amanda's instructions to pick 10 books for the month of May for her to put on her TBR. And we're going to be doing it a little bit differently than I do it on my channel, because if you watch my channel, my monthly videos regularly take me between like an hour and a half to do. And Amanda, I'm not going to subject you to an hour of footage. So we will be doing a spin. I will be checking Amanda's GoodReads to make sure that the books I'm selecting aren't repeats for her. And then I'll just be going to grab them off my shelves and bringing them back here for Amanda to talk to you about, so that we're not kind of bogging down with nonsense. So here is our official wheel. This is going to be the wheel that directs us to where we're going first. So let's randomize it and do spin number 1 for Amanda. Oh my gosh, Amanda, I hope it gives you the best choices. So here we go. Spin number 1. Shelf 20. Amanda, I think that is a fantasy shelf. I'm going to go take a peek at how many there are on that shelf and let you know what the pick was. Okay, there are officially 24 books on shelf 20. So, hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
A random number between 1 and 24 is 23.
23. I'm gonna go grab it. Just went and grabbed it off the shelf, and book number 23 on shelf 20 is Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Now, I did check Amanda's Goodread, and she has read book 1, which is Spark of the Everflame, book 2, which is Glow of the Everflame, but I don't show that she has read Heat of the Everflame. So this is book 1 of 10, Amanda. I hope you're excited about it. From what I saw in your Goodreads, you did give Spark and Glow good reviews, so I'm hoping you'll be excited about this one.
This is perfect. I'm so excited for Heat of the Everflame to have a physical copy of it. I just got it not that long ago, and oh my goodness, I am over the moon excited that this is the first book that was picked, because I've already read the first 2 books, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in this third one.
Now let's do spin 2. I think we're off to a good start. I hope we're off to a good start. Shelf 10. I believe that is either a romance or a fantasy shelf. So let me go look at how many books are on the shelf and I will come right back. Not only is it a fantasy shelf, but it's my Brandon Sanderson shelf. So this could be good. There are 28 books on this shelf. So, hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 28.
The answer is 14.
14. Let's go see what that is. So book 14 was actually Brandon Sanderson's book 3 in the Mistborn saga, The Hero of Ages, and I checked Amanda's Goodread and she has not gotten into that series yet. So as per the rules of my game, if you get a book that is in the middle of the series you haven't started, you have to read the available book in that series. So in this case, it would be the first book, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. So I'm actually selfishly excited that this one was picked because I want Amanda to read it and I want to hear her opinions because I have never read Brandon Sanderson. So Mistborn is the second book in your May TBR.
Oh boy. We're going into the Mistborn, people. I have a physical copy of this book as well. And I am super intimidated. I read Brandon Sanderson before. I had read his Skyward series and really enjoyed that. It's the only books I've read by him so far. So Mistborn is a little bit intimidating, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So I guess we're going to see what's about to happen. I have never, gone into this Mistborn series yet, but I've heard really good things, and I heard it's even better than the Stormlight Archives. So I'm hoping it's going to be good. Pray for me, people.
Now let's do spin number 3. Let's get a wild spin. That would be good. Wild spin, wild spin. Oh, I thought it was going to be a wild. Never mind. Okay, shelf 12. That is another fantasy spin. Amanda, it's looking like you are going to have a fantasy heavy month, potentially. So shelf 12 has 24 books on it. So, hey, Suri.
Uh-huh.
Pick a number between 1 and 24.
The answer is 7.
7. Let's go see what that is. And that book was Under the Oak Tree by Suji Kim. This is the gorgeous edition that I got, I think, from Target, but I think this was originally a manga, and this is the novel version. So I suppose you could either read the novel or the manga, whichever your choice is, but I own the novel. So this is book 3.
Yes. Okay, I am super excited for Under the Oak Tree because this was a recommendation from Jess from Honest Fiction, because she loved it, and then I got a physical copy of this one as well. So I am so freaking excited that this one was chosen because, I've been wanting to read this ever since I heard Jess talk about it, and I am just really looking forward to reading this one. I know it's a web series or something like that, and it was made into it was made into a physical copy, and then it got sprayed edges and everything, and it's stunning, and I am very much excited that Under the Oak Tree was chosen. Thank you so much, Lindsay. I am so excited to read this one.
Spin 4 of 10. Come on, Wilds, where are you today? A flip a coin. Okay, how are we going to do this? Maybe I should have Amanda pick 2 books that she wants to read, and I'll flip a coin between the 2. So let's go ahead and grab my phone and let's message Amanda and give her the option. Kind of like a wild pick, I guess, because normally what I would do is I would pick 2 books off my shelves and I would flip a coin, 2 books that I want to read. So let's go ahead and message Amanda. I'm saying, hey, I'm filming now, and the flip a coin slice came up. So, want to choose 2 books you'd like to get to in May, and I'll flip a coin them at the end. Hard eyes. Okay, so just as in my videos, for all of my wild picks, I always pick them at the end. So we are going to move on and do spin number 4 while we wait for Amanda to send me those options. So let's go ahead and do spin number 4. Shelf 21. Shelf 21 is yet another fantasy shelf. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go and see how many books are on there and I'll be right back. You can't see it, but this shelf is actually right here. It is on my top shelf and it has 31 books on it. So, hey, Suri.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a number between 1 and 31.
The answer is 7.
7. Okay, let's see what that is. I'm actually really excited for this one because book number 7 was Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff. I have read a couple of the books in the Crave series by her, and I've really enjoyed her writing, and I believe this was advertised as like a bit more adult instead of like middle grade YA. So I'm excited to see what you think about this one.
So this is Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff, and I'm still trying to read the Crave series. I've only read the first 2 books in the Crave series, but I heard Sweet Nightmare is a spin-off, but with a different character and like different stuff going on. But I am like super hyped because I was really enjoying the Crave series. I just need to finish it. But Sweet Nightmare, even though it's different. So it's not like the exact same as the Crave series. But it's also paranormal, just like the Crave series is. And I'm actually really excited because I own a physical copy of this one too. So far, Lindsay has been knocking it out of the park with picking books that I have physical copies for, which is great. I don't have to like go and try and buy more books or find another way to get them because I already own them. So I'm loving this. I'm having a great time with the books that she's been picking because I own them all. So I'm excited for Sweet Nightmare, and I'm looking forward to see what I'm going to think of it because I have been enjoying the Crave series. So this will be fun. I'm excited to see if I'm going to like Sweet Nightmare after reading the first 2 books of the other series. So I'll have to keep you guys updated on all my thoughts when we get to my wrap up for the end of May. I am so excited for all these books so far. This is going to be fabulous.
Spin number 5. Okay, here we go. Lots of shelves this time. 26. Okay, 26. Finally, 26 is a romance shelf, and it has 52 books on it. So, hey, Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 52.
A random number between 1 and 52 is 27.
27. Let's go see what that is. So book number 27 is actually Finally Mine by Lucy Score, which is book 2 in this series. I have already read book 1, which is why it's not on my shelves, but according to your GoodReads, Amanda, you have not. So I am going to add Pretend You're Mine by Lucy Score, which is book number 1, to your TBR for May. I'm super excited to see what you think about this one because I really, really enjoyed it, and Lucy Score has been a bit hit or miss for me, and this is one that I really liked, so I can't wait to see what you think.
Okay, Pretend You're Mine. I think I have an ebook for this, if I'm not mistaken. If I do, great. If not, I will find an audio. But I'm pretty sure I have the ebook. Because I've been loving Lucy Score lately because I recently read another book from her, Story of My Life, and loved it. So I'm excited to read another Lucy Score. What is with my focus today? But I'm so excited to read another Lucy Score book because all the books I've read from Lucy Score so far have been really good. I've been really enjoying her. So I am super, super excited and looking forward to reading Pretend You're Mine. I'm pretty sure I have an ebook version. If not, I will snag a copy somehow. But I am really looking forward to reading another Lucy Score book. So thank you, Lindsay, for choosing this one as well.
I believe we are on spin 7. So let's see what it is. Shelf 20. All of my shelves are coming up. That's so funny. Shelf 20 is a fantasy shelf. I will be right back. I just checked. There are 23 books on shelf 20. So, hey, Siri. Choose a number between 1 and 23.
It's 9.
9. Let's see what that is. Book number 9 was A Feather So Black by Lyra Salid. I am so excited to see what you think about this book because this is one that I've kind of wanted to read and I've just been pushing it off. I don't know why. There's something about it that just intimidates me, but I cannot wait to hear your thoughts.
A Feather So Black. Interesting. Because Jess from Honest Fiction also has talked about this on her channel, and I've been interested in reading this. I think it's on my Hoopla. If it is, great, I'll snag it off of Hoopla. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm very excited to read A Feather So Black because I've heard really great things from Jess. And I haven't seen very many people talk about it but I know Jess read it and enjoyed it, so I'm excited for this one. So thank you, Lindsay, for picking A Feather So Black. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what my thoughts are going to be on this book. I'm going to have to write everything down, so I forgot to write everything down. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what A Feather So Black is about, because I don't really know much except that it's romantasy, and it's one of my favorite genres. So I am very excited to read this book. So definitely looking forward to it.
And just like that, we are at spin number 8. So let's see what we get just for fun. An author last spin. Okay, let's go to my author last wheel really quick. So here is our author first and last wheel. What this basically means, pretty self-explanatory. When this comes up, we have to do a spin. We either have to find an author with the first name of that letter or the author with the last name of that letter. In this particular case, the regular wheel chose author last name. So let's go ahead and randomize it and see what author last name has to be. Please don't give me something crazy. Author last name O. Okay, we could do that. We're going to pick that one at the end because that is also a wild spin. So let's go ahead and do spin number 9, I believe. Shelf 6. I think that may be either a literary fiction or a romance shelf. I will be right back. I was half right. It's a literary fiction mystery thriller combination shelf, and there are 22 books on it. So, hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
Pick a number between 1 and 22.
It's 5.
5. Okay, let's go see what that is. So that book was in the mystery thriller section of that shelf, and it is The Clinic by Kate Quinn. Once again, I'm not a super huge mystery thriller person, but this one really intrigues me because I think the setting is really cool, so I can't wait to see what you think.
Okay, The Clinic. This has been on my radar, actually, because I've heard mostly good things. I haven't heard anything really bad about this particular book, but it is on my radar, and it's something I've been looking at for a while now. So I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I'm not sure if I have an ebook. If not, I'll look for an audio. But it sounds really interesting, and it reminds me of another book I read that I think it was by Taryn Fisher, and I wasn't crazy about that one, but this one might be better. Because when I remember reading the description, it reminded me of that Taryn Fisher book. But I'm excited for this one because it sounds really, really good. And I'm hoping this one will be better than the Taryn's, because I haven't really heard anyone talk about this one in a while, but I've heard a couple people talk about it, and it sounds up my alley. So I'm looking forward to checking out this book.
And for our last and final spin before picking our wilds, let's see what it gives us. You have kind of a good mix right now. A genre spin. Oh my God, that's exciting. Okay, let me grab our genre wheel. Here is our genre spin, another really self-explanatory one. This just has a mishmash of genres. We're going to spin the wheel and choose something from that genre randomly. So let's randomize first and spin. The slice that haunts me. If you watch my TBR videos, you know. And now it's gonna haunt you, Amanda. So I have to choose a random mystery thriller for you. So now we get to choose our wild books. So we have to flip a coin between your two choices, which I did just see that you messaged me back, so I'll check them in 1 minute. I have to find an author with the last name O and pick you a mystery thriller. Let me go ahead and get those two out of the way, and we'll flip a coin at the end. Back from my exhaustive search of my shelves for our last 3 options, but I think I came up with a really good ones for you. So the first one I looked for was an author with the last name of O, and I am going to go with How Does It Feel by Janine O'Reilly. I have been wanting to get to this one as well because I've heard it's a really good kind of spicy fantasy romance, and I want to hear your thoughts. However, Amanda also told me if I could try to find books with people on the cover and red covers, even better if it was a combination of the two, it would get her some points in a readathon she's participating in. So I want this book, but I want it to count as this cover because there is a person on the cover. So How Does It Feel by Janine O'Reilly is going to be our author with the last name O.
Yes, I'm excited for this one. I have a physical copy. And just for my fiction, She's the reason why I got it in the first place, because it sounds really interesting, and it's dark, romantic-y. And I am psyched for this one. I'm so glad that, like, so many of these books I have physical copies for. There's only a couple that I don't. So I'm very excited that this has been chosen, and I cannot wait to read this book. So I've heard some mixed things, but I've heard more good than bad, so I honestly cannot wait for this one. Like, this is a fantastic list of books, Lindsay, so I am loving this, and I cannot wait to read this book.
I also kept those parameters in mind when I was choosing her mystery thriller option, and I'm going to go with You Killed Me First by John Mars. This looks to be over 50% read to me, and it also has a person on the cover, so I'm hoping this one will count for her readathon. It certainly counts for our mystery thriller pick. I've heard nothing about this, but I know that John Mars is a really popular mystery thriller writer, so I hope it's good.
I'm very excited for You Killed Me First, because I have heard a lot of great things about this author in general, and this one has been on my radar, and it sounds very interesting. So I'm excited to read my first John Mars book. I've never read anything about him before, but I've heard a lot of people really like his writing. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a go and seeing if I like it. I don't already have a copy, so I'll probably get the ebook if I can. I'm already getting a couple of audiobooks, so I don't want to overwhelm myself with audiobooks, so that I don't always, like, the majority of my reading is not usually audio. So I am still really excited to read this one, so I'll be getting an ebook version of this, for sure.
And now, last but not least, we have to do our flip a coin pick. I did message Amanda, and she told me that she wants to flip between the Sword of Kaigen, which is going to be heads, and the Striker, which is going to be tails. So let's go ahead and flip and see what we get. The Sword of Kaigen it is.
The Sword of Kaigen, another chunky fantasy. In this TBR, I have Mistborn and the Sword of Kaigen. Both super intimidating. Oh boy. Well, I did give her the books. So for the coin toss. So it was my choice, and I gave her the Sword of Kaigen because it's also my Fiction Falls book club pick. So I will be reading this one. This should be interesting. I DNF one over Brighthaven, so hopefully this one is more my vibe. I think I prefer fantasy over dark academia anyways, so I'm hoping this one's going to be good. So we will see how this goes.
So there you go, Amanda. There are your 10 books that my game selected for your May TBR. I'm so excited to see what you think. I hope that you like them, and I hope there's a ton of 5-star picks in there for you. Thank you again for thinking of me, and I can't wait to talk about all of them with you. Bye.
And we are still not yet done with this TBR. Even though Lindsay picked the majority of my books, I still have a few others that I plan on reading in the month of May. We have The Striker by Anna Wong, because that is the Sweeney Readers Romance Book Club pick for the month of May, and I am so excited to read it. She's become one of my favorite authors, and I cannot wait to dive back into this world. It's a spin-off of the Twisted series, and I cannot wait. And then another book I will also be reading is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is a Thrills and Chills book club pick for the month of May. And I am very excited to read this. I've heard nothing but great things. I've heard some not so good reviews, but mostly I've been hearing good things about it rather than not so good. So I am excited to dive into this book and see what I think of it. And then another book I will also be reading that was not chosen is Death Valley. I think it's called Death Valley. Something Valley by Karina Halley. I'll pop the picture up in the corner so you guys can see it. This is a book club pick for the Thrilling Romance Book Club, which is run by Katie, by Katie's Reading and Paige from Paige's Open Book, I believe. I'll link them down below as well if you want to check out them. I joined them for their last live show because they did War D by Frida McFadden for April. So I decided I'd join them again and May for the Karina Halle book, and I've been hearing really great things about Karina Halle in general, and this one is supposed to be kind of like a romantic-y. It's supposed to be Yellowstone meets Game of Thrones in this one. And I've never watched either, or read Game of Thrones. And I'm not a huge, like, epic fantasy girly, but this is supposed to be more romantic-y than fantasy, I'm hoping. It's supposed to be Western. So I'm excited to give that one a go. And I'm interested to read my first Karina Halle and see if I like her books. And let's see, besides Karina Halle, We Used to Live Here, The Striker, The Sword of Kaigan, I will be reading that Lindsay chose for me, is my Fiction Falls book club pick for May. We have not chosen a date for that one yet. Josh from Book of Shaddy will be joining us for the live show. I haven't announced the date yet. We still haven't chosen one at this point in time. Well, we will be very shortly, and if you follow Fiction Falls Instagram, it will be posted on there. I'll link that down below so you can go follow the Instagram and keep up on all the dates. And I will also be advertising on my community tab as much as I can about when we have a date. So I think that's all the book club books, besides the ones I've already chosen. I don't think I'm participating in any other book clubs. However, I am participating in readathons. As Lindsay said, the reason why I had her choose as many red covers and people on covers and a combination of both is because I am participating in Mystery and Mayhem, run by Maddie from This Bookish Cottage. I will link her down below if you want to check out her announcement video. It's kind of like, there's going to be a hit list, and then my team, the Masterminds, we're trying to destroy these booktubers while the other teams are trying to save them. And it's full of chaos, and I am so here for it. I cannot wait for that. And then I'm also participating in a second readathon. Don't know what I was thinking. But I'm also doing Escape the Readathon, run by Lexi from Books with Lexi. So all the books that were chosen in this video will also be putting towards Escape. There's prompts for Escape as well, but I'm going to try to fit the books that I've got into those prompts, and we will see how things go. I am very nervous about a couple of the books because we got some epic high fantasy in there. But overall, we got a good selection of books. So I'm very excited for everything that Lindsay chose and the few others that I'll be participating in from book clubs that weren't mentioned before. So this is going to be one heck of a month. And hopefully I can get through all the books. It's a lot, but I'm going to try my hardest. And that is all for this May TBR video. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for doing your spinner wheels for me. And also, happy late birthday, because by the time this goes up, her birthday would already be over. But her birthday is the 30th of April. And this is going up on the 1st. So I want to thank Lindsay for doing this, and happy birthday to you. I hope you have an amazing birthday. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and all the chaos of the books that was picked. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you're not feeling chatty and you want to leave me something down below, why don't you leave me a wheel, if you could find one? If you can't find a wheel as an emoji, use a Ferris wheel. There we go, that's a wheel. Ferris wheel, use that. And thank you so much for stopping by. And if you want to stick around for more bookish content, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all in the next one.